One of the habits in this book is begin with the end in mind. It means dreaming big and setting goals to achieve those dreams. With that in mind, about a year ago, the end of 2025, I created 10 goals for the next 10 years, which we'll get into shortly. I made those goals basically on a whim. Like, I didn't think about them too much. It was just a random journal entry, and I was just like, I'm just gonna write the next 10 goals that I have. Like, they just came to my brain. Like, I didn't do any thinking about it. And just writing those down made me feel so at peace. And there was no overthinking. There was no using AI to optimize what my best goals are to achieve this dream. It was just what comes to me in the moment. I wrote it down. And I've been following that framework for a year now. And I'm on pace to complete. I completed the first year goal, and I'm on pace to achieve my goal for 2026. And I recently came across this video, but it said, find a way to condense your 10-year goals and complete them in 6 months. And when I read that, I was like, yeah, right. That's genuinely impossible. Then I thought about it more that later that night, and I was like, wait, most of my goals I have written down are actually pretty achievable if I really put my mind to it and kind of altered the goal in a different way. This video and the next few videos will be keeping myself accountable and basically giving updates on how I'm achieving my goals. And I'm going to complete my 10-year goals in 6 months. So let's get into my 10-year goals, and I'll break down how I plan to achieve them. Again, I kind of use AI a lot for thinking through ideas and planning out how I'm going to achieve those ideas. For this, I feel like it's important that I don't use any AI and truly use my own brain to figure out how I know it sounds stupid, but that's important for me. I need to think through my own goals, and I feel like AI gets in the way. Anyways, let's get into it. I really don't know if this video is going to be at all entertaining to anyone, but it's literally just for me to get my thoughts out and keep myself accountable. Like, I hope this resonates with a few people who are overthinkers like me. The main problem is sticking with goals. I love new ideas, I love novelty, and I always tend to just switch paths, I'm on track to complete it. 27, make $1,000 online. This will be through free content. And digital products. 428. Find apartment and roommates in Detroit. I'm going to need roommates. I'm going to need to get that cost of living down. So get 100K followers. And it's going to be complete cottage. Oh my god! Complete cottage remodel. Not quitting my job. I love my job. I am just starting my architecture firm. 32. The scariest one. For me at least, because I'm a little bitch. Have 100 conversations with 100 architects. Complete competitions. That's just speaks for itself, really. And then the last goal would be, since it, there's a lot of doable things. I genuinely believe, the 1% of completion is really just this goal. That is like my 1%. And a lot of these are very doable. This one would be probably the next hardest goal. I'm 22 right now. I started these goals at 21. If I completed these goals, I would be, 31 by the time I finished them. If I could complete this in, 6 months, I'd be 23, right? That is, that's 8 years gained. I'm gonna get it into a mirror board, and I'm going to lay out day by day how I'm gonna achieve all these goals in 6 months. Just completing even just half of these goals in the next 6 months will drastically put me in such a good place to clear. Like, just making this video, like, I know no one's probably gonna see this or care, but like, I am just saying the words into the world. It just, makes me accountable, and again, it's gonna make me want to complete 70% of these goals are achievable at like an 80% success rate, with the other 20% of these goals being like a 5% success rate. But if I truly put every ounce of my effort into these goals, all of them become 100% success rate. It's just what I put into it, right? So, even just me thinking about what my life would be in 6 months with all of these goals complete, it just lights a fire under me. So I'm just so ready to get started. Let's jump into a mural board. Lay us out. It's starting with the end goal. So there's 10 end goals, and working backwards to current day, and just kind of creating stepping stones to complete all these goals. This framework is going to be very important. And again, I'm not using any AI or anything like that, just pure brain power, right? So, yeah, I'm going to stop fucking yapping and start actually doing it. Oh. Look at this. This is just a prompt that Miro has. Oh, I just kicked my camera. This is just a pre-made prompt that Miro has. Create a 6-month, I guess product is not what we're doing, roadmap for task management. What the fuck? How is this just like a, okay, whatever. Let's just do a 6-month life goal plan roadmap for life. Break down month by month with milestones for design for each goal. Let's see what, I know I said I never use AI, but every fucking program has it built in, so it's not my fault. With breakdown by month with milestones for each goal, I guess. Testing and launching, blah blah blah. Show the timeline. Alright, let's see what this does. Let's see what this fucking does. I don't have to talk. Like, that's good. Boom. What did this give us? Complete skillet. Okay, so we have this chart filled out. So a lot of these goals kind of snowball into each other. So the goals that snowball is make $1,000 online and get 100K followers. That's kind of like in line with each other. And then have a conversation with 100 architects. That would also be on social media, so that's kind of like, you know, bing, bang, bing, boom with that. But low key, this would be before, you know what I mean? Like, having a conversation with all these architects would probably get me to that 100K followers if I'm talking to, like, Move to Detroit is kind of just on its own, and it would probably be like later when I do that. So bang, cottage remodel I'm working on currently, so we'll put that in this month. This is actually what it made me is actually kind of amazing. But yeah, so, you know, completing the cottage remodel, starting that. This is the most boring video of all time, but whatever. This goes all the way over here. So look at this, bro. Come on. I'm going to just create another thing, and I want this color to be red as fuck. This is gonna be just other things, right? So this is gonna be just dates, important dates. And then, so this is gonna be my Iron Man. Iron Man is September 13th. So this would be, I guess this will go up top where the Iron Man one is. Making sense. It's not a goal, it's just September to here. So goals for today, or for now, not today, but becoming an Iron Man. Okay, becoming an Iron Man, making $1,000 online, and completing my cottage remodel. That is what my look. They even named my phases for me. Foundation phase, building momentum phase. Right when they knew my Iron Man was during the building momentum phase, bro. Come on. Midpoint review, acceleration, achievement phase. They just knew They just knew. Unbelievable. I think I'm just gonna print this out and just have it like on my desk. So thanks for watching. I don't know why you're still watching, but if you are, cool. Look at my fit. Right from work. Took the pants off though. So yeah.